Hey guys, it's Tahira, and today I'm doing my winter book haul. So I have not done a book haul in so long. I haven't done that since past the last year probably, and so this is the first book haul of 2018. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I decided not to do monthly hauls anymore because I don't really get enough books in a month to make a whole video about it. So I do it over a seasonal, so whatever I get books in one season, I do a video at the end of the season to talk about what books I got that season. I'm talking about all the books I got over the course of December, January, and February. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. The first book I actually got when I went to Pakistan over winter break, and I got this at a bookstore there, and that is Because You Love to Hate Me by 13 authors and 13 booktubers. This is basically 13 tales of villainy that the 13 booktubers give the authors prompts, and the authors have to write about those prompts. I have already read this book. I really enjoyed it, but it was some stories were good but some were not. But the cover is also so pink and gorgeous, and I don't have a lot of pink books. Like, I don't think I have any pink books at all, so I'm excited to add this to my shelf. The second book I got in winter was one I needed for school, and that is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. The Underground Railroad is a book about slavery of this slave in Georgia and how her journey from going from Georgia to the north, and what obstacles she goes through, what different situations she goes through, and just life in general. And we talked about racism and discussed this book in detail about the racism, the slaves, just how each state was so different from each other, because each state, like literally, like one state would try to kill the African Americans, and then the next day would be like, oh yeah, you have freedom. I liked this book. I'm talking more about it in my February wrap up, which I'll leave a link down below to that. Overall, I like this book, and again, orange cover. I don't own a lot of orange books, so it looks nice on my shelf. The third book I got in winter was Love, Hate, and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. Love, Hate, and Other Filters came out in January and is about a Indian American Muslim teen living in America, and it talks about terrorism, it talks about Islamophobia, it talks about Indian culture and Muslim culture, and just a lot about that. I did a review on this book, and I'll link that down below too if you want to check it out. I liked this book. I have a lot of thoughts on it, so again, if you want to hear more thoughts, the link is in the description. I know this haul is going very, very quickly. It's because in a haul, I don't want to like make this a wrap up and talk about all the like books that I have read, but also I don't know, hauls are weird. Like, you're talking about how excited a book you are, or if you already read it, you're talking about if you liked it, but you don't want to give too much away. The fourth book I got in winter was The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. The Nowhere Girls is such an important book. I read this this month actually. I just finished it a week ago, and I'm going to talk more about it in my March wrap up. But this book was so amazing. I loved it so much. The Nowhere Girls follows three characters, Grace, Rosina, and Erin. Grace is the new fat girl in town. Erin is someone who has anxiety and Asperger's syndrome, and Rosina is a queer punk Mexican girl. These three girls work together to avenge Lucy, who got raped, and she ran away from her hometown because nobody believed her. These three girls, they call themselves the Nowhere Girls, and they created this club and group where people could come and talk about the sexism and the misogynism that goes on around their school and stuff like that. And it's such a powerful, empowering book, and I'm gonna put a trigger warning on this for talk about rape and sexual assault, but if you can read it, I highly recommend it. It is so important and just amazing. Like, you should read it. The next book is actually a book I have not read yet, and that is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Truly Devious, I absolutely don't know much about it, so I'm not going to bother trying to explain the synopsis. I kind of want to go in knowing not much about it because I've heard it's such a fantastic book. I think it follows this boarding school and a girl who goes there to solve a murder that happened many, many years ago. That's all I know about this book, but I'm so excited. I've heard so many great reviews on it. I have never read any Maureen Johnson. But this is her first book, and I'm so excited for it. And also the cover is so gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it, but it's so pretty. It's this beautiful like indigo blue color, and it's just striking, and I love it. The second to last book I've already read this book is Nice Try Jane Sinner by Leanne Oak. I actually read this also in March. I'll talk more about it in my March wrap up. But this girl, I read it. I actually really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The book follows a girl named Jane Sinner, who is expelled from her high school, and so she goes to her local community college to complete her high school degree. There she joins this reality show called House of Orange, and basically this story just follows her and her journey and how she deals with their school life and just general stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a good book. It was kind of weird in the beginning because like it's not told in a like it is told in a traditional form, but it's mostly told in like conversations between people, and sometimes that could get boring because there were like everyday conversations about everyday things. But overall it was an interesting read. I really liked the House of Orange reality show aspect, because, you know, reality show is a guilty pleasure of everyone's. Anyway, I really liked it, and it's another orange book, and I don't have a lot of orange, so another point for that. The last book in this haul is a book I have not read yet, but it is so hyped, and I'm so excited to read it, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I don't know, I haven't read Holly Black, but I've heard she's a queen of, like, fairy type romances, and so I'm really excited because this follows a fairy. By reading the synopsis, I think it's about this character named Jude, whose parents died, and her and her sisters went off to live in like fairyland, but she doesn't want to be there. I'm not sure, but I just recently saw the cover for the sequel, The Wicked King, and I'll put it right here, and it's so pretty. Oh my god, like look at the crown and everything. But yes, I'm so excited for it. It's been so hyped up for the past 2 months, and I'm kind of scared to read it because I don't know, I feel like it's not going to live up to the hype. Maybe. I haven't read any Holly Black so far, but I've heard her writing is really great, and she's really good at writing fairy-centric stories, so I'm excited to see what's in store for this book. That is it for this winter book haul. I only got like 7 books, but I mean, some months I buy a lot, and then some months I buy like 3, so I don't really know. Like in the fall, I was going to make a fall book haul in winter, but I never really got around to it, and that had a lot more books than this one, so I don't know. By the way, this is me just rambling on because I haven't made a video in like a month, and so I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, that is it for this winter book haul. This is actually a weekday, and I was not gonna make a video today, and I'm supposed to be doing homework, but also booktube takes priority, right? But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. I don't know what's wrong with me. Bye.